7:45, welcome back. So summer vacation nearly over, if you can believe it. Kids headed back to school. Honestly, WSU is starting today, I think. One of the toughest jobs, though, a parent really has to do is help the kid adjust when it comes to getting back in the classroom. So look, these are two of the smartest parenting coaches I know out there. Dina Thayer, Kira Dorian. You guys are awesome. You have Future Focused Parenting and your popular podcast, Raising Adults, which I listen to and am very big fan of. So I want to pick your brains. Let's talk about this. How do you ease your kids back from like lazy kickback summer to this is a routine?
Well, let's start on the front end. There's a couple practical things you can do even in the weeks leading up. And one is you can start scooting that bedtime back. So rather than suddenly heading to bed super early and having that alarm to wake up, you can even go by maybe 15-minute increments, starting even a few weeks in advance. So it's not so jarring. And another thing that we encourage is rethinking Labor Day weekend. We kind of view it as this crazy last bash of summer,
Right.
Fill it with barbecues and activities, when really it could be more of a downtime, family time, ease back in so it's not so frenetic.
That makes a lot of sense to me. So what can parents do to support the kids on this kind of emotional transition as well? I mean, we think about like, I got to buy them school clothes, I've got to buy them, I can do all of the checklisty things, but the emotional side of it,
yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's a great question, and it's so important because kids are navigating so many things that we as adults don't remember navigating.
Right.
So new teachers, new classes, new coursework, new sports, they're stressed. So I think it's really important that parents are giving some space for all those feelings. They're expecting big feelings. They're there to process if the kids want, and also just a ton of patience for, it might not show up as, hey mom, I'm worried about this. It might just show up as grumpy behavior. So just being like aware that, oh, you're grumpy, that's probably because you're dealing with all these big feelings.
Yeah. And you can do a couple things to help with that by speaking positively. Say your child's maybe nervous about meeting new people. You can phrase it as, I'm excited about all those people you get to meet, not have to, or I'm really looking forward to all the friends you'll make. And you can also help by removing this shroud of mystery around the transition. So if you're maybe attending a school where you have the opportunity to visit a classroom, do it. If there's a meet the teacher day, take advantage of that. When there's less mystery, it can remove some of the stress from that transition.
And so this week is Jumpstart Week for my kiddo going to kindergarten. So it's like a little abbreviated version where she gets to go and meet the teachers. It seems like a good opportunity for me to then like hound the teacher and figure things out. But it sounds like to me I should be letting her meet the teachers, and I should sort of step back just a little bit and let her experience that. Because kindergarten feels tough to me.
Kindergarten is big, and I think that it's important that kids get to take that lead, and that, again, there's some space, but it's also important that parents are kind of checking and aware of their own feelings, because we have big feelings.
Yes, I do have big feelings.
I remember being in your shoes. So that first drop-off, like, we're so anxious, and the kids really pick up on that. So it's important at that first drop-off, like, you want to just get there 5 minutes before, plunk your kid in the line, give them a kiss, send them on their way, and then go feel all your feelings. Because if you're feeling them for 20 minutes waiting in the line, super stressful.
I should not be sobbing in the parking
Please don't
lot
sob.
waiting for drop-off.
You can sob, just do it later.
After the drop-off has happened.
Exactly.
Okay, so that is very good. I think that having this emotional conversation is important, and I think it is something parents don't think about. Do you hear parents saying, I hadn't even thought about it?
Yeah, I think we get really caught up in the doing of the thing, the supplies and the teacher and the schedule changes, and we forget sometimes that this is just a huge emotional time for kids.
Yeah, there has to be room for that, and it does sometimes go to the back burner, unfortunately.
All right, I'm going to keep you guys here because we want to talk in the next hour about some other ways to transition, like goal setting and some other good advice, because you guys are so good at helping us sort of make concrete some of these things that might feel ethereal to a lot of parents. Really quickly, though, where do we find your podcast and more about your awesome parenting resources?
Yeah, thank you. So our website is futurefocusedparenting.com. The podcast is called Raising Adults, and we're on all major podcast platforms.
And I cannot recommend it enough. It is a fantastic platform.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much for both being here. We'll be back with you guys in about an hour or so, so look forward to that.
Sounds good.